guys, and I have a quick little review on a new palette from Alter Ego for you guys. This is the Mirage palette. Alter Ego is a brand that does a lot of dupes as far as trying to dupe high-end palettes. If that's not for you, then that's okay. I do like to put it out there just so that you guys know that this is kind of taking from a color story from a higher end palette. But I do also feel like there's a market for dupe palettes because not everyone can afford like a 60 something, 80, $100 palette. So I think that it's really nice for someone to have an alternative if they're looking for that same kind of color story. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. They did send this for review purpose. I do also have the Empowered by Huda Beauty, and this was also sent for review purpose from Huda Beauty. And I do really love the Huda Beauty packaging. It's more higher end, and the shades are very similar. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys both palettes close up so you guys can see. Obviously, with the Huda Beauty, you're paying for not only the packaging, but the quality of the eyeshadows and where they're made. So this one is a plastic compared to the Mirage that is a carton. But you can definitely see that the color stories are very similar. There are a few shades that are not on point, or a few of the mattes that are a little bit darker in tone, but I don't feel like on the eye you will definitely see a difference. As far as the cream eyeshadows, the Mirage one has a lighter brown. So this brown here is lighter than the one down here. You can definitely see the difference there, that this one is more of a lighter one. Some of the mattes, like I said, are a little bit darker here in the Mirage one. As far as also some of the special shades are a little bit different when you swatch them as well. So Odyssey, which is kind of like that marble tone, is supposed to be a dupe for Visionary, and you can definitely tell that they are different. And I will show a close-up of the palette at some point in this video, but I just want to show you guys that there are differences in certain one of the shades. So you can definitely see, like, this is the one from the Huda Beauty, and this is supposed to be its dupe. It's not nowhere near it. Also, Courageous is a very unique, different shade, and I feel like they tried to get it as spot on as they could, but you can definitely see that there is a difference there. Will you see the difference on the eye? A little bit, because I feel like the Courageous one from Huda Beauty has a shift to it, while the one from the Alter Ego, which is called Conquer, does not have that really cool glittery shift to it that the Huda Beauty does. Some of the shades, like the gold ones, are really spot on as far as the colors go, but I do feel like the Huda Beauty is more pigmented and just a lot more vibrant. On the fingers, you can definitely see that the shades are very similar. They're almost spot on. With the Alter Ego, you might have to use a little bit more of a sticky base or pack it on a little bit more, which is what I did with the gold here in the middle. I did pack it on a little bit more onto the eye compared to the Huda Beauty. Another one that I felt that wasn't as spot on was the other darker gold here in the Mirage palette. This one isn't as flaky or like thicker, like that really creamy formula that Huda Beauty is. This one's a little bit more on the drier side and doesn't come off as pigmented on the eye either. So this is a very similar color story, but is it spot on? On just like some of them. So you might get similar, very similar looks. I do feel like the look that I got from here is very beautiful. This is like the third or fourth time that I've used it, and I haven't had any issues. Also, the cream eyeshadow, I used the black one for a look, and I really felt that it was very similar to the Huda Beauty. These cream eyeshadows in both palettes do not set, so they don't like fully dry down. So I do dry, you know, like put something on top of them, but that's just something for reference. So they could, you know, move potentially. You do really want to put a primer underneath and maybe set them with an eyeshadow, but I do feel like they work really nicely as a base. I wouldn't necessarily use them as an eyeliner unless you're gonna set with a eyeshadow on top. Overall, I feel like this eyeshadow palette is very beautiful. I'll go ahead and show you guys a close-up of the eyeshadow so you can get get a really good look at them. And also pop some swatches as well. Overall, I do feel like this is a very beautiful palette. It's very similar to the Huda Beauty. Is it spot on? No. If you want something luxurious, obviously Huda's where is that. But I do feel like the Mirage one is very beautiful, and they did do a good job of trying to dupe it as far as the tones. I do feel like the certain shades in the Huda Beauty, especially like Courageous and Visionary, are very, very different on the eye, and you can definitely tell. But I think that was only like maybe, yeah, that's only like 2 of the eyeshadows. Other than that, I feel like this is a really great kind of dupe for it. I don't feel like anything is ever going to be spot on, but it is very, very beautiful. So if you're looking to find something very similar to the Empowered, this is your best bet. Let me know your thoughts down below. As far as Alter Ego, I really like that they put some aesthetic into the palette. So it's not just like Mirage and it's black and nothing on there. So I do like that their palettes do have some kind of, you know, vision to them, and they look very, very beautiful, even if they are duping a higher end palette. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful if you're looking into this palette. I will also probably during the video have popped in a tutorial, which is this one right here, which is this halo eye, but I did do quite a few different looks using this palette and really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, you can hit that little red button. You can follow me on my social media, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.